What is up, everybody? My name is Harris. Welcome back to the channel. Today is a brand new video for 25 Days of Harry. Today, we are going to be doing the top 30, well, technically top 32, of ranking every NHL team's worst jersey. We're only going to be doing current teams in the NHL, of course. Former teams, like the Atlanta Flames, the California Golden Seals, the Quebec Nordiques. I'm not going to be counting those because it's a little bit cheap. However, if a team, for example, Colorado, did their Quebec Nordiques throwback in Avs colors, that would qualify for either the worst or best jersey countdown. Spoiler, it's more near the best than the worst. And yeah, so we're going to start it off. As you guys can tell, I already have Anaheim on the front. We're going to get right into it. No need to really get any bullshit. Oh, the qualifiers. No, just if I don't like that jersey, it's my least favorite of your jerseys that the team has worn. I don't care if it's a third, if it's an alternate, if it's a home, it's away. It qualifies. A lot of them are thirds and reverse retros because teams don't know how to do these very well, apparently. So yeah, the Anaheim Ducks, I'm going with their 2015 to 17 third jersey, the throwback to the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim. The orange look, I don't think really suits the logo as much. They did change the colors to try and match it. However, I think the eggplant looks a hell of a lot better. I understand apparently there were some legalities where they could change the color and the logo, the color of the logo of the jersey. So is it an exact eggplant? But still, they just ended up waiting. They just 4 or 5 years later, they got the copyright from Disney and they're able to use the eggplant jersey. And hell, it's even I believe a rumor that they're planning to go back to the eggplant jerseys and logos. So yeah, but yeah, Anaheim, not a big fan of the. Yeah, I'm not even necessarily a massive fan of the duck mask logo. But it's an alright logo. Just doesn't work with the orange in my opinion. For Arizona, I'm going with their black alternate from 2008, from at least 2014. At least this is the version that I have pulled up. The running coyote, basically, I'm not a massive fan of. I think their jerseys here, their maroon jerseys, aren't terrible. Love the Kachina jerseys. I think those are actually the best ones in their franchise history. Technically, this isn't the Arizona Coyotes, it's the Phoenix Coyotes, but yeah, the running coyote, not a massive fan of this jersey. I'm sure it looks good on the ice. I just don't really care for it all that much. I think their howling coyote, or again the Kachina, are a much prettier logo, and that actually fits better on the black jersey. So yeah. Boston, I'm going way back, 1944 to 1948. I want to say this was used on both the away and home and away games, but there's no logo. It looks good because it's still the black, gold, and white, and that usually does look good on a jersey most of the time. But still, it's just number, and then on the back the number. Put the logo there. Boston is a team that's very hard to find bad jerseys for. The Pooh Bear, I didn't see that on the NHL uniforms thing. Now that I'm thinking about it, I didn't see the Pooh Bear. And so yeah, I have to go with 44 to 48. Just not a massive fan. Put the logo on the front of your jersey. I know none of the teams used to do that. I think back in the 40s, it was only in the 50s. I think they adapted that, or the Bruins for some reason went away from that. But yeah. Buffalo Sabres, of course, it's the 2013 to 15. Even the description says that the Sabres introduced arguably the wildest alternate jersey in the history of the NHL, featuring a gold front and a navy blue back. It makes some of the more wild designs from years past look rather tame in comparison. And yeah, after 2 seasons, it joins the Buffalo Slug and the team's scrap heap. So yeah, the yellow and blue, it is fucking ugly. I'm sorry. It is easily one of the worst jerseys in NHL history. I believe it was the photo shoot, but I believe the guy on the back of the jersey, Tyler Ennis, wearing the jersey, and he does not look happy to be wearing it. He does not look happy that is his team's third jersey. So yeah, the Sabres third from this 13-15, not good. Calgary, I'm going with their German jerseys, as they would be called, as they have the German flag colors. Just really ugly, having the stripe around and then one stripe go up. You have just the weird little patch on the shoulder. The logo looks good, and I really like the nameplate here, but that German flag styling, again, with that one stripe coming up, if it weren't there, it probably still is the worst, but it's not a complete eyesore, or at least weird for me to look at. It's just, oh, it's just a bit of a bad jersey. But it's just, that stripe, I can't get over that. And it's just, ew. No, I don't like it. I don't like it. Carolina, I'm going with their 2023 Stadium Series jerseys. I don't like these. I don't like these ones whatsoever. The black and red, taking out the white is... taking out the white really dulls down the Carolina jerseys. They're not a team that necessarily has good jerseys to begin with. Hell, their favorite jersey of mine is a throwback to the goddamn Whalers. That's their only good jersey in franchise history. But their worst one easily is, like I said, the Stadium Series. You take out the white, it just dulls everything down. You make everything really dark. It just doesn't work, in my opinion. It probably look good on the ice in the Stadium Series, but just not a good jersey, in my opinion. For the Blackhawks, I'm going 35-37. I think that's a really ugly variation of the logo with the pure red skin, which that one didn't age quite so well. But yeah, I'm not a fan of the tan in the middle there and the pants. It doesn't look good. And yeah, just having the number and the no name, that was commonplace back then, so I'm not faulting that specifically. Yeah, I'm just not a massive fan of this one. Again, the logo, the tan, just, to me, it doesn't really click all that well, and, not a super great jersey. Colorado, I'm going with their 07-2. I want to say they used these until, like, 2016. But these jerseys, the ones with the linings, specifically the maroon ones, because I think the ones they've had before when they were Stanley Cup champions and the one they have after when they would be Stanley Cup champions look a lot better with the ridges at the bottom. I think those look a hell of a lot better than this jersey. The one like I said with the linings around the logo, I don't like those. I think if they had stuck with what worked, I think that would have been a hell of a lot better for the Colorado Avalanche. But this one, again, just, yeah, basically the striping. I'm not a massive fan of it. So, again, a lot of these, I'm just going to get, again, boys, if you guys are haven't caught on, I'm getting right into what I don't like about these jerseys. I want this video to go by a little bit quicker than it has the past couple years for the best jerseys. Columbus, I have to go with their original jerseys. I think they used these from like 2000 to like 2007 when they eventually changed to their slightly better logo. I hate this variation of the Blue Jackets logo. The jersey as a whole isn't terrible. There's just such a lack of depth for the Blue Jackets jerseys that it's relatively stayed the same except for logos or some minor alterations. It's relatively stayed the same. The logo I'm not a fan of. The word mark or the wording on the back and the numbering, not a massive fan of it, but it's a decent jersey. It just ends up being Columbus's worst because again they haven't had too much. They've only been in the league 23 years, so yeah. For the Dallas Stars, of course, I had to go with the Mooterus. It is so fucking ugly that it's glorious. This might honestly be the third worst NHL jersey in history. The Mooterus is gloriously awful and I love it, but at the same time it's their worst jersey. It looks fucking horrible. Yeah, as well having the red and the yellow in there. I respect them for trying to do something different, but like your colors are green, yellow, and black. Why are you implementing red? Like, I get black and red. Yeah. Black and red usually mix okay together. Just when you're putting in green and yellow. Yeah, the Mooterus. I could have just said the Mooterus and stopped there. Detroit, I'm going with the 2014 Winter Classic. A lot of Wings fans are probably going to be thinking, why? How is this a bad jersey? I'm not a fan of this old-timey Detroit word mark with the logo. The word marking, I think, looks a little bit too overly fancy and old for the dead things. Yeah, again, I'm still not a fan of the tan, beige-esque colors. Just not a super great jersey for me. Again, Detroit's a team that has very simple, very meh jerseys. They're not great jerseys. They're not bad jerseys. They're just kind of whatever. And so the 2014 Winter Classic jersey just meh. Just a jersey that I'm not personally a big fan of. For the Edmonton Oilers, we are going with their current third jerseys. The Royal Blue is their home. The dark blue is the one I'm talking about. The dark blue with the red logo, the red lettering and numbering. It just looks really ugly. I am so glad that I don't think I've seen the Canadians play the Oilers with them wearing these jerseys. Because I would not want to watch that game, genuinely. I hate these jerseys. They are just bleh. I don't like them. For the Florida Panthers, I'm actually going with their third jerseys with the circle logo. I think the jersey itself had potential. I like the blue, the light blue they have on there. For me, the Panthers, though, are not a team that works with the circle logo. The Penguins, yes. Blue Jackets, definitely. For me, though, the Panthers, this is in that weird era where it's like Columbus, Pittsburgh, and Florida all had this third jersey. And yeah, I think with those two teams, it worked, but with Florida, not so much. Like, I think the cat head in the logo and having the Florida Panthers, it worked, but it could have worked, I should say, but it just didn't here. I felt like when your main colors are the dark blue, the dark blue with the red and the yellow, switching that to white and light blue should either be your permanent home before you go to the third, or it should just work in a little bit of yellow or a little bit of red, perhaps where the white is. I think it would have been a little bit better. But yeah, the cat head logo, not a massive fan of the just the head with the circle around it or whatever. I'm not a massive fan of that one. So unfortunately, it ends up being the worst jersey in my opinion. The LA Kings, of course, it's the Burger King jersey. What arguably I would maybe say is the worst jersey in NHL history. You can't count the Blues third that was proposed for them to wear. And I think it was Mike Keenan when he was the head coach. He said, "We're not fucking wearing those." And they were never used. I'm only counting jerseys that are actually used, by the way. So don't expect that awful St. Louis jersey. There will be St. Louis on here, just not that jersey. I should clarify. They're an organization known for bad jerseys. But LA, the Burger King jersey, fucking look at it. Just look at it. I don't need to tell you what's wrong with it. The stripe from the shoulder that goes down, the weird Burger King logo. I get it's supposed to be LA Kings, the crown, but what the fuck does the king have to do with LA? The numbering on the back is fucking beautiful, actually. I think that's my favorite part of it, because it kind of foreshadows it throws back actually to the old yellow and purple jerseys, and kind of throws forward to the purple jerseys that would be with the Burger King's beard. Why is his beard purple as well? Why is his fucking beard purple? You know, it's just the fucking stripe. I don't like it. It clashes way too much. It's just a bad jersey. Minnesota, I'm going with the recent reverse retro. Actually, I think their first attempt at this was a lot better, and that one wasn't even super great. I think it was just good. But this one, of course, the throwback to the North Stars, like the last one was for the reverse retros. This one I think is way too bright. I think having the white with the yellow instead of perhaps the yellow with the white is way too much of a contrasting light color on light color. I think the Minnesota logo looks a little bit interesting with the yellow being where the red used to be in their or is in their logo. But just overall, I'm not a fan of this logo. Again, I think it's way too contrasty, and I think again if it's an North Stars jersey, it looks good, but it's a Wild jersey. Again, that numbering just pops out to me in a bad way. I'm not a fan of it. For the Montreal Canadiens, I feel like everybody knows which one I'm going with. It is from the 08-10 100th anniversary celebration. Of course, it's the barbershop pole jersey. It is the barber pole jersey. Oh god, I believe they used this for 2 games. I know one of them was the Maple Leafs. I want to say they used it for 2 games. I'm not 100% sure, but it's the barbershop pole jersey. Just look at it. The jersey itself is so bad. They have to keep the fucking rectangle and square around the number and the letter and the lettering for the names, so you don't fucking have to strain your eyes looking at it. It's just a god-awful logo, or a jersey. Plus the logo, the Leafs ripped us off with the CAC and turning into the Maple Leafs logo, so there's that. Yeah, just most of these jerseys look really good, except that fucking barber pole. It sticks out like a sore thumb among the 100th anniversary celebration collection. Not a good one. Nashville, I'm going their 22 Stadium Series. Trashville tries to turn their nickname into Smashville. It just looks incredibly bland and bleak. It's just dark blue on dark yellow. Like, at least with their mustard jerseys, those had some personality. That had an interesting cat logo, which I actually kind of like that old cat logo. But just, this one's not that good. I'm sorry. Any Trashville fans trying to defend this one, it's not good. It's not a good jersey. I'm sorry. For the New Jersey Devils, we're going with their 2021 Reverse Retro. I actually don't mind. The Jersey was a tough team because they don't change their jerseys all too much. Like, I know they used to be, I believe, the Kansas City Chiefs. They used to be the fucking, oh god, I can't think of the name right now. They used to be the Colorado Rockies, and then they turned into the New Jersey Devils. I think they merged with the California Golden Seals, actually. So technically they used to be the California Golden Seals, but as the New Jersey Devils, they don't change the jersey up all that often. All they really did was remove the green from the first jerseys and make the main logo colors the red, white, and black instead of the red, white, black, and green. But they throw back to the green. Inherently, this isn't a terrible jersey. It's not a terrible jersey. The green surprisingly works as the main color on this one. It's just, to me, I think a little bit too much red. I think if you would replace the red with the black, that actually would have looked a little bit better. So it's not a bad jersey. It's just the worst jersey of the New Jersey Devils jerseys, which is still alright. So props to Jersey for not having bad jerseys, really. For the New York Islanders, of course, I'm going with their 2002 to 2007 orange alternates. What do you think I was going to go with? The Fisherman? Oh, the fucking Fisherman's a great jersey. Who doesn't love the Fisherman? Really? You don't fucking like... Get out of my channel. No, legitimately. Legitimately, the orange alternates are just bad. The orange as a main color on an Islanders jersey isn't inherently a bad idea either, because orange is in their logo. You have a dark enough orange that could work. They do have the orange striping on their main jerseys at this time, and I think they've always had orange striping on their jerseys. But the blue with the sharp edges and the white outline, that doesn't look good. I don't like that. I think that if you take that out, the jersey becomes a little bit better. It's still their worst jersey, probably, but just not a good jersey. The Islanders are a team that do not fuck up all that often, in terms of their jerseys, I should say. This is like one of the 2 or 3 fuck ups that they've had with their jersey history, in my opinion, at least. So yeah, props to the Islanders, I guess, for not having many bad jerseys. This is easily their worst one, though, in my opinion. For the Rangers, I'm going with their 2012 Winter Classic. It has a very faded look to it. I'm not a fan of that, more of a shield Rangers logo. I personally think if they, for one, went to Lady Liberty as their permanent logo, that's actually probably my favorite Rangers logo. Just a hot take, but I don't like the curved and, old-timey Rangers logo. I know that's what they were going for, but I'm not a fan of it. I'm glad it was only worn once. It has a very faded, rotted kind of look to it, and I don't like that. I'm not a fan of it. Coming up next, the Ottawa Senators. This is actually very funny because we're actually going to skip ahead for the first time in this series. We're going to do Ottawa and another team. So Ottawa, it's their wordmark logos. The Sens black alternate jersey I'm going with. And I'm actually going to show the Vegas alternate here. So Vegas goes with the... apparently it also glows in the dark. The glow-in-the-dark element might be the most fucked of this jersey. I actually didn't even know that glow-in-the-dark. But Vegas instead of Vegas, and then Sens instead of Senators, at least put it like this and go Senators, or go like this and go Senators. So if you face the Rangers, you can go Rangers and Senator, like that. Why Sens on the front of your jersey? Why use the nickname? I kind of get it, but that'd be like the Montreal Canadiens going Habs on their jersey, or the Penguins going Pens, Jersey got mocked for their jersey, rightfully so. It's not a great jersey, but at least it's funny. They had the hats. We all had a good laugh at it. But just, I don't like why Sens, And, there's way too much of the colors going on, they have the red and the black on the front, the white. To me, it's just a jersey that has way too much going on with the Sens instead of, again, Senators. That would have been better. And with Vegas instead of Vegas, this is one where Vegas would have actually worked as the frontal instead of the fucking diagonal. That would have worked. And also, what is that fucking numbering style? That looks awful. It looks terrible. Like, who could like that? And the glow in the dark elements, what are you, the fucking Dallas Stars? Why do you have a glow in the dark jersey that doesn't have any of the goddamn team colors aside from the red? Because how the fuck do you make that glow in the dark? You know? Who's gonna buy this jersey? You know? For the reverse retro, by the way, what the fuck do you have to be retro about? You're the fucking Vegas Golden Knights. You've been in the league like a season. Like 7 seasons right now, I think. This is fucking a terrible jersey. Going back upwards, we're going to Philadelphia. It's their 2017 Stadium Series. I'm not a fan of the black jerseys that they've had throughout their history, and to me personally, I think these black ones are just probably the worst. I think having the rectangular box to avoid the black being see-through with the jersey and not just going with the white, for example, I think was a weird choice, having the red with the orange with the black. Very dull black jersey, like I think most of the Flyers' black jerseys have been. Not a fan of it personally. I hate that and I hate that I believe they've gone back to it now. So, yeah, not a fan of it, but whatever. It's gone now. Pittsburgh, I'm actually going with their 75 to, I believe, 78 jerseys. They've had jerseys beforehand with the white jerseys with the blue on blue, but I'm going the light blue on dark blue jerseys. I don't think they work. I think the original Pittsburgh jerseys work. Of course, the current jerseys with the black, with the yellow logo, the good logo, not this one. I only got this because it was a Christmas gift, and I really like these turtleneck sweaters. I really like these, actually. I don't know if you can call it a turtleneck if it's a zip-up, but you know what I mean. I like these types of sweaters, and I don't mind the logo when it's like this because I'm not looking at it myself. But, yeah, these jerseys, light blue with light yellow and the white. Again, no logo, no team like names, I guess. No player names. Not a fan of it. I think this is just when they were starting to get kind of mandated by the league. So yeah, I don't like that dark blue. Like, at least go back to the yellow blue. It's still a bad jersey look in my opinion, but just it's not as bad. Just a weird jersey in my opinion. San Jose, I'm going with their 2021 reverse retro. Gray rarely looks good in an NHL jersey, and San Jose going with it as their full color for their reverse retro. I don't like it. I think if they had gone with black, for example, as their main color with blue trim instead of, because it's reverse retroing their 99 to 2007 jerseys with their best team logo, in my opinion, I think that would have been really sick and actually would have prevented this from taking the top spot, and it probably would have had to go to their top jerseys because they would have been a team that, again, has very few bad jerseys in the league. But this is a really bad jersey. Again, I don't think gray really works all that well with jersey colors. For the Kraken, it's tough to go with the jersey. They've been around for 2 years. They have 3 jerseys. I'm going with their home jerseys. It's the only one that I really don't care all that much for, personally. I think that with this jersey, their away jersey's fine. I think the reverse retro, ironically, in their second season, which actually I believe was a throwback to the Metropolitans, was good. Their home jersey, I'm just not a fan of. I don't think dark blue really works super well with the outline of their team logo also being the dark blue. I think if they had gone with, say, a light blue look and then dark on the trim, I think that would have looked a little bit better. But for me, I'm just not a massive fan of the Kraken jerseys. So, yeah, there's that. The St. Louis Blues, I'm going with their third jerseys with the Gateway Arc in that logo, the circle logo. Another team that went with the weird circle logo at this time. Again, it worked for Pittsburgh, Columbus. St. Louis, it's an alright logo. I think the jersey itself being dark, I think if you go with light jersey on this, it actually looks a little bit better. St. Louis has a bunch of meh jerseys. I think that these current home jerseys are fucking awful. But the in terms of what jerseys had potential, this is one that I think would be near the top that just ended up failing, unfortunately. So the Blues, they're just meh organization, meh team, meh players, they're whatever. Tampa Bay Lightning, we are going with their blue alternates, of course. The Thunderbolt jerseys, as I have dubbed them. I don't know if they're around the league called them, but the third jerseys, yeah. I like what they go for. It's interesting, but just it ends up looking more like waves of a sea, and like the sleeves I actually like, but on the front and the back, it's just weird. I'm actually not a fan of the current of their player name stylings and their numbering on the back. So, yeah, I'm not a fan of that. But you know what? Hey, not a super bad jersey. They actually threw back to this one recently, which I actually do like that they did that. Just not an overall super good jersey, in my opinion. For the Maple Leafs, I'm going with their current, the next gen alternate uniforms that Justin Bieber designed for the team. I don't think black on dark blue works for the Maple Leafs. I think their current jerseys are okay. Of course, I'm a fan of the Matt Sundin era jersey and logo. Yeah, I think if you're gonna go with the black jersey style, you should go with the white logo, or at the very least, maybe change the logo. Maybe have the yellow one instead of it being the inside out. Which even the yellow trimmed inside out look is not good at all for the Maple Leafs. Jersey just kind of sucks, if I'm being completely honest. Yeah, it just kind of sucks. I don't like it. For the Vancouver Canucks, of course, the 95-96, I'm going with the Spaghetti Thirds. Yeah, the spaghetti jersey itself looks nice. I really like it, but the weird faded red into the yellow and black, it just looks ugly in my opinion. It feels like someone just bled all over the front of the jersey and they just kept it there and were like, oh fuck, Frank chopped off two of his fingers, fucking putting this jersey together. Fuck it, it looks good. Put it on. Like, no. It just looks weird. I don't like it. A lot of people would have put the Flying V, but I feel like the Flying V is such a meme at this point that I'm actually a fan of it. The third with, again, the red into the fade. The Canucks did this a lot better with their Orca jersey and having the fade there. That looked really, really clean. But I think because you're having the red into a color like yellow, which doesn't really fade very well, it just looks very pale and kind of very spray painted on. So it's not that good of a logo. For the Washington Capitals, we are going with their current W jerseys, which is ironically an L. I know that was cringe. Please don't leave the channel or unsubscribe. But the W jerseys, I don't like them all that much. Ovechkin's getting old. He's wearing these, and he has to try and score goals in them. Yeah, I mean, I kind of like the W with the stars, but just for me, again, dark blue for the Capitals doesn't work right now, unless you're throwing back to the Eagle jerseys, for example. I think those could look really solid. And why they aren't going to the Eagle jersey as a third, I don't know. But W with the stars, it's just a bland jersey. I don't really like it. And for the Jets, ending us off, and where we'll leave the video, because, yeah, the Winnipeg Jets, it is their 2021 Reverse Retro. I've said it before with the Sharks. Gray does not work as a team logo, especially when you're the Jets. You're throwing back to your old logo. Why don't you go for a red jersey? I believe that's what they did in 2023, but this is the first one. Why do you go gray? It's a gray jersey with the blue, dark blue, light blue, and white jersey logo. It's just ugly. I'm sorry. I like some of the Jets jerseys, especially their old school jerseys. This is just massively wasted potential here. Gray, again, does not really work for many teams, I don't think, in the NHL. I don't even know if it works for any teams in the NHL if they try and use it, but the Jets, it just does not work. In my opinion, I don't think it looks that good. But yeah, so those are all of my least favorite team jerseys for the National Hockey League teams. That is going to do it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share, includes, but it's not limited to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everything else. My name is Harry. Subscribe to join the Puff Club, H Club, Sub Up, D Nation. If you are a member of the Mod Squad, thank you for all the comments and streams. And your videos is much greatly appreciated. Thank you guys for watching. Links in the description are the Amazon, which is the PO Box, PayPal, the Discord, Letterboxd account, the Twitch, and the Streamlabs are all down there as well. Again, thank you guys again for watching. My name is Harris, and I am out. Adam Mardial. Always remember, no matter how bad we were last year, how good we are like this year. Go Habs, go, baby. Thank you guys again for watching. My name is Harris again, and I am out. Love you guys. See you guys. Bye, guys. Love you guys. See you guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Peace. Bye.